Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Roth, and I'd like to talk with you about a small yet powerful book titled Message to Garcia. This book was written by Elbert Hubbard in about 1899, and although it is a short read at just under 50 pages, I believe it holds really valuable lessons that remain as relevant today as it did in the time frame in which it was written. In fact, I believe if we were to embrace the message herein, we could probably significantly improve our professional lives and also improve the way in which we approach challenges in our daily lives and our daily responsibilities. This book, A Message to Garcia, was written around the scenario that was a communication that was critical during the Spanish-American War. It was intended to be delivered to an elusive Cuban revolutionary leader named Garcia, and they tasked a young lieutenant to send that message, expecting that message, if it were received, to shape the way or the outcome of that war. The story behind the Message to Garcia is very simple. It's about a man named Rowan, who is a soldier, who's given a task to deliver a message to a man named Garcia. And he is hiding at the time, as mentioned, in the mountains of Cuba during the Spanish-American War. This task is difficult and uncertain, and there aren't very clear instructions. There's no guarantee that Garcia will even be found. The terrain is dense vegetation in a mountainous area, so presents a variety of problems all around, but Rowan doesn't hesitate. He doesn't ask any questions. He doesn't make any excuses. He simply takes the message, sets out to accomplish the task against all odds. And in a brief anecdote, Hubbard is using this powerful metaphor for responsibility, initiative, and determination as he goes through the story of Rowan. Rowan's story speaks to the core of personal integrity at its center, and he didn't wait for more direction. Once he got the orders to give this message to Garcia, he didn't look for reasons not to do the job. He understood that if the task was given to him, it was therefore his responsibility to carry out. And that kind of unflinching commitment is what Hubbard praises in this book, and why the book has probably been around for as long as it has and been as popular, especially with the military, for as long as it has. Now, if we take a step back and look at how this relates to our lives today in a world that's fast-paced and ultra-connected and constantly changing, we know that we often face situations where we need to show initiative and take responsibility. The Message to Garcia approach isn't just about following orders or completing the task, but it's about doing so with dedication, resourcefulness, and a willingness to think for ourselves and think outside the box. It's about finding solutions instead of waiting for them to be handed to us. In the workplace, this could mean taking ownership of a project. It could be when the path forward is unclear, taking charge of that. It's easy to get bogged down by uncertainty oftentimes, or to wait for more information or even find excuses. But as Lieutenant Rowan demonstrates in the book, the key is to act, to take the first step, even if you don't have all the answers. And in our personal lives, it means doing what needs to be done without hesitation, whether it's taking responsibility at home, whether it's being there for a friend, or tackling a goal or a project or a task that seems really daunting. The first step is to act, and to do so quickly. And that's the message here in this book, and you can kind of identify why this is such an important book to a variety of different military leaders and also military members. The impact of Message to Garcia is really profound to me because it encourages us to develop a mindset of resilience and self-reliance. In a culture that often prioritizes quick answers and shortcuts and blame shifting, this book is a call to action for a return to fundamental virtues of responsibility, perseverance, and most importantly, accountability. It teaches us that more often than not, the obstacles in our way are not really external, but internal, and the doubts and fears that prevent us from simply getting started aren't really as large as we think. Another important aspect of the book that I find important is the notion of trust. When the person in charge gives you a task, there's an inherent trust that you will in fact follow through. And it's a lesson about the kind of person that we should all strive to be, not someone who needs constant supervision or hand-holding, but someone who can be relied upon to get things done no matter the circumstances. This mentality is invaluable in a variety of different jobs and professions, but certainly in my own and current day. And it's centered around teamwork, leadership, and then personal growth as well. Whether you're working on a project with others or leading a team or even navigating your own life, the principal message of Message to Garcia can help you with that. It reminds us to step up, embrace challenges head on, and do the job with diligence and without excuses. So as we conclude, Message to Garcia is not just a book, it's a mindset that says when the task is hard, when the road is unclear, don't ask how, just do it. Whether it's in your career, your relationships, your personal goals, or even adopting the principles that Hubbard describes to approach a problem or a project in your life. taking ownership of our responsibilities and acting with purpose, we can unlock the potential to not only accomplish more, but to inspire those around us to do exactly the same.